What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince of YouTube, PS Compulsion, signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. And if you guys missed the last episode, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. Go back and check that episode out, especially because it was the first episode for this new series, and we about to be lit. So getting into things, in that first episode, you guys saw me do a team rebrand for your Detroit Pistons. The home uniform is lit, white and blue, but in terms of the away uniform, my son Jalen said that the black and red is overused, and in my opinion, it kinda is. So I decided to switch the away uniform colors, and now it is gonna be blue and silver with a touch of red on the sponsor patch, on the jersey, and by the waist with the Detroit Pistons logo in all red. In terms of the alt uniform, I'ma have to remake it again because like I said, the alt uniforms is glitched on this Mygm mode for some strange reason, so I have no idea what's going on with that. But anyways, before I make any moves or do anything, I gotta show you guys my roster once again. So we got Andre Drummond, Zaza Pacheap Shot, Blake Griffin, John Lure, Henry Ellison at the power forward position. And then in terms of small forwards, we got Stanley Johnson, Glenn Robinson III, both are trash. Well, Stanley Johnson is trash, Glenn Robinson is okay. In terms of shooting guard, we have way too many shooting guards, bro. Reggie Bullock, Langston Galloway, Luke Kennard, Kyrie Thomas, Bruce Brown. Then looking at our point guards, Reggie Jackson, who is definitely out of here, Ish Smith, Jose Calderon, I didn't even know he was still in the NBA, Isaiah Whitehead, and Kalen Lucas. That is our squad right now, and to be honest, this squad is definitely not going anywhere. I'm about to start making some moves, but before I make those moves, look at the salary cap, bro. This salary cap for this Pistons team is destroyed, straight trash. We have a lot of bad contracts on our books. Our cap room is horrible for this season, negative 41.38 mil, and next season things are definitely not that much better. We are still gonna be a minus 25 under the cap space for next season unless I start making some moves and getting these bad contracts out of here. I mean, look at this, they still got Josh Smith on their cap space and he's used as dead cap, so we can't take that cap off our books. Just horrible, bro. Just some horrible contracts. But now looking at our draft picks, we have all of our first rounders up to 2023, so that's lit. And I'm letting you guys know right now that Blake Griffin and one of those picks, or two of those picks, or three of those picks maybe, are going to some team so we could trade up in the NBA draft for this season, because we definitely need to get our hands on either Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, or Cam Reddish. That definitely has to happen. But a few days ago was the trade deadline in real life, right? So we saw players like Markelle Fultz go to the Toronto Raptors, Tobias Harris went to the Philadelphia 76ers, even the Detroit Pistons made a few moves, and you guys let me know about that in the comment section from last video. So my roster on this series isn't completely up to date, which is fine because I'm about to start making some trades of my own. Markelle Fultz in real life went to the Orlando Magic, or got traded to the Orlando Magic, and then I started to think, what if we had Markelle Fultz on this Detroit Pistons squad? I mean, the Philadelphia 76ers gave up on him, but I still believe in Markelle Fultz most definitely, and this will be his ideal moment to shine on a Detroit Pistons squad with Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and trade for Markelle straight up with the Philadelphia 76ers, but there's a little bit of a problem, right? Fultz has 3 stars, and literally everybody on this Pistons team have little to no value, which is horrible because the Detroit Pistons are making things way harder than it needs to be. But I did offer a trade and got a counter offer with the Sixers trying to give me Markelle Fultz, Amir Johnson, and Wilson Chandler, but I have to give up 2 first-round picks, including my current pick in this year's NBA draft. That is not happening, bruh. That is definitely not happening. I don't know what is going on with the Philadelphia 76ers front office, but that is definitely not going to happen. So that trade didn't go nowhere at all. So I had to find an alternate route to try to get Markelle. And check this out. I opened up Trade Finder trying to find a trade for Reggie Jackson, and then I thought about something. Why not try a 3-team trade? So the Denver Nuggets was willing to give me Mason Plumlee and Will Barton, but I don't want those contracts. So I was going to try to ship those players over to the Philadelphia 76ers, and in exchange they send me Markelle Fultz and whoever else has to be included in the deal for the trade to happen. And finally, after literally hours of trying to get Markelle Fultz, I got them to agree to a trade. So check this out. I'm giving up Reggie Jackson, Ish Smith, Luke Kennard, a 2023 first and second round unprotected pick, and my 2022 pick for Markelle Fultz, Amir Johnson, and Wilson Chandler. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you guys your Detroit Pistons newest point guard of the future, Markelle Fultz. We gonna get him right this season. And in terms of Amir Johnson, he's gonna be our backup power forward instead of being our backup center. So I changed his position, and his attributes actually went up to 75, which is dope. So now the next person on my list that I wanted to trade for badly was my man Zubac from the Los Angeles Lakers. This dude is low-key a beast, bro. I'm telling you guys. So I opened up Trade Finder, and look at this. All the Lakers want for Zubac is 34-year-old Zaza Pachulia. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Zaza has more value, trade value, than Zubac. Let that sink in. But nonetheless, the Lakers agreed to that trade. Welcome to the squad, Zubac. I'm not even going to try to say his first name. But one more trade that I wanted to make before this season start is I wanted to get my hands on Seth Curry. So I was willing to give up Jose Calderon and a future second rounder, but the Portland Trail Blazers was being stingy, so I had to offer them Kalen Lucas as well, and they accepted that deal. So goodbye Jose Calderon. Seth Curry is going to be our backup point guard. That's lit. So now in terms of our staff, I told you guys since the first episode that I was going to get myself a new assistant GM because I don't know what was good with that assistant GM that I had, but his name looked crazy. And then on top of that, he had the snake icon by his name, which is never good, which is why he had to get the boot, and we brought in Benjamin Moore on a 2-year deal. He is our new assistant GM. But now looking at our roster, after all those trades, we got Markelle Fultz, Isaiah Whitehead, and Seth Curry. Those are going to be our point guards. But now looking at the shooting guards, we still have all the same shooting guards, to be honest. I did not make no changes at this position. But then in terms of the small forward position, we got Wilson Chandler, Stanley Johnson, and Glenn Robinson III. Looking at the power forwards, we got Amir Johnson, John Lure, Henry Ellison, and last but not least, Blake Griffin. Then at the center position, we got my son Zubac coming off the bench behind Andre Drummond. So this is our squad, and our squad is looking a lot better than before, to be honest. And we got rid of a lot of cap. But like I told you guys, Blake Griffin is either getting traded by the trade deadline or getting traded during the NBA draft. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. But Markelle Fultz, getting back to him real quick, he is going to be getting mentored by Seth Curry. And my decision to do this is actually pretty simple. If there's anybody that can teach Markelle Fultz how to shoot, it would be the brother of one of the best shooters in NBA history, Seth Curry. I can't get Steph Curry, of course, so I got the second best thing, his brother, Seth Curry. So I changed Markelle Fultz's jump shot to the same exact jump shot that Seth Curry have. Hopefully, this player mentorship works out, and by the end of the season, Markelle Fultz improves on his shooting. I know he's already going to training camp in the offseason. That definitely has to happen. But our team is looking a lot better than it did before. We got rid of a lot of bad contracts. The last bad contract that has to go is Blake Griffin's. But leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about my 3 trades in this video. And in the next episode, we about to see Fultz, Griffin, and Andre Drummond go to work.